many affected pupils. The bereaved father of 19-year-old Ethan Powell says he's disgusted by people who rioted after his son's vigil in the Mayhill area of Swansea last Thursday. Cars were burnt out and windows smashed. 7 people have since been arrested, with police saying more arrests are expected, with facial recognition being used. Our reporter Rhys Williams is in Mayhill for us tonight. Rhys.
Thanks, Nick. Well, on those 7 arrests, they've all now been released on bail, according to South Wales Police, under stringent conditions. But the force says that 8 others have been identified as part of its investigations into last Thursday night's events. And they've urged anyone who was involved to come forward. As you mentioned, they're using facial recognition technology as part of its investigations. Now, thankfully, the residents here tell me it's been very quiet since last Thursday. There's been an increased police presence just up the road there. I can see 2 police officers with tasers, and they've been here throughout the day. But if you do look closely enough, there are signs of what happened. There's broken glass here on the floor and on the pavement from the smashed out windows. Down here you can see the barrier that was smashed over by that burning car we've all seen running down the hill. And of course there's boarded up windows and doors. Just an indication into how much of a frightening night this was for the residents of Winewen Road. Back to pack up his life and leave Winewen Road. On Thursday night, Adam Romain's car was torched and bricks were thrown at him and through his window.
This is my car, this is my property, this is my family.
The shattered glass from his front door still litters his carpet.
We're looking to move away from the Swansea area. Despite all the response from the community, the positive response, which I'm massively grateful for, I don't feel safe here anymore, no, unfortunately.
If you had a message to the rioters, what would it be?
I hope you think about what you've done and you reflect and understand that you've brought shame to the name of your friend. This is not how you're a friend. This is not how you represent to be a good friend. There's much better ways to honour. And please think about it and don't throw away your lives.
Thursday night's events began as a vigil for 19-year-old Ethan Powell, who died suddenly last Wednesday. But it soon turned violent. Today, Ethan's father, Jonathan Russ, has spoken out about the incident.
I just don't want his name to be dragged through the mud. No way, that's not him. That's not him at all. No way. No way. You know, they're supposed to go ahead to leave balloons off, and then you've got scumbags who's turning up and causing all that riots.
Many residents here were very critical of the emergency services response to Thursday night's events after South Wales Police withdrew its officers after many were attacked with bricks and other objects. The next day, it defended its policy of de-escalating the situation, saying that this was always done with the safety of its officers and the public in mind, and since it's promised robust action. 7 people have now been arrested in connection with Thursday night's events, and South Wales Police say more arrests are expected in the next few days. According to the Police Federation, with the UK government promising to employ an extra 20,000 officers, many forces now had a young workforce as a result, with lockdown impacting the types of calls they had to attend.
We're very concerned for officers. We're very concerned about the incidents that they're having to go to, the rise in violence, the young workforce that we have at the moment, and all of that is a perfect storm that's potentially coming together.
Residents tell me things have been mercifully quiet since Thursday night, and there's a visibly increased police presence here. But the signs of what happened remain, with many saying they've had enough and plan to leave. Although there's some bad news there, obviously, that many are leaving the area. There is some better news. That 90-year-old woman who lives here alone on Winewen Road, who I spoke about last week, who was evacuated from her home on the night, and I saw her get evacuated. She today has gone back into her home. I spoke to her son around an hour ago, who says she insisted on going back, even though her windows still need to be replaced because they've cracked and have warped because of the heat of that burning car. She said she was determined to go back. So some better news amid all the gloom, Nick.
OK, Rhys, thanks very much for that. Rhys Williams in Swansea there.